Hello, welcome to week two. This is just an overview of what you're going to be facing in the week two quiz. I wanted to make some things clear to you. A lot of the bond information that you're not going to be getting within my current lecture is left out. So I want to make sure that I included this so you'll be ready for the week two, chapter two quiz. Okay. So in this little lecture, I'm going to be doing this little update for week two. I'm going to be going over all the things that you need to know and with in regards of knowing bonds and knowing how to calculate interest rates. So we're going to first be talking about bond fundamentals. First, what is the par value? A par value is the face value of the bond, what you're going to purchase the bond value. What is going to be the bond value when you purchase it, right? So most par values are $1,000. So if I say the par value of a bond is $1,000, that's what I'm buying that bond for. I'm paying $1,000 for that bond. And that is what my upfront costs are going to be, right? That's the amount I'm lending the company and they are granting me the bond. So par value is what you're paying for the bond. Maturity date is the day that bond expires. So say it's a 5-year bond, the maturity date will be 5 years down the road. If it's a 1-year bond, then it's 1 year and so forth. They range in short terms. So you can have a bond that's less than 1 year and you can have some that go up to 30 years. Okay. And the interest rates are going to reflect that. That's what we're going to look at next thing. The coupon rate is the payment rate, the interest rate that usually the amount that you're going to be paying per year, the interest you will be receiving per year. So in this little example, a 6% coupon rate is the amount, 6% is the amount that you'll be receiving for that bond and interest every year. So at the end of 1 year, say it's a 5-year bond, at the end of 1 year, you're going to be receiving 6% or $60 for that bond. And so I'm also going to be posting these so you can see them. 0%, zero coupon bonds. What is a zero coupon bond? That means you do not receive payments throughout the life of the bond, right? But what happens is the bond is sold to you at a discount. So instead of saying it's a 1-year bond and it's a 6% coupon rate like we had before, right? But it's you expect to receive 6%. Instead of having a coupon payment or receiving annual payments, you'll get a zero coupon bond and receive no payments. What happens is you purchase the bond at a discount. So instead of buying it for $1,000, you buy it for $940. And at the end of this life, which is 1 year, then they pay you back $1,000, right? To give you $1,000, that's when you receive your interest. So instead of making payments throughout the life of the bond, you receive the full payments at the end of the life of the bond by purchasing it at a discount. Can a bond value be negative? Yes, but only in the secondary markets. Bonds are bought and sold just like stocks. So in the original bond market, when you purchase a bond, no, there's no negative bonds when you first purchase. But on the secondary market, somebody can pay less, they can pay more for a bond, or they can pay less for a bond than somebody purchased it for. So then yes, a value can be negative. Price versus yield distinction. While market yields can usually drop below 0% in rare economic environments, the actual dollar price of the bond remains positive, right? And so usually yields can occasionally drop below zero. This is due to, we're going to look at the interest rate and real interest rates, right? So short-term money markets interest rates and short-term liquidity instruments. One of the things you're going to be quizzed on and your quiz is going to be what is sold on money markets, right? So some money market investments, T-bills, treasury bills, commercial paper is sold on money markets, CDs are sold on money markets, bankers acceptance and repos. For the most term, short-term agreements, these are all things that can be sold in money markets, right? And these are all securities to short-term debt securities with original maturities of 1 year or less. So to be on a money market, it has to be 1 year or less. The Fisher effect, I know there's a lot to go by here, right? But let's just break it down really easy. The Fisher effect is saying what is the nominal interest rate and what is the real interest rate. What we're trying to calculate is the real interest rate. And the easiest way to do this, I have all this on here, but the actual real easiest way to do this is taking the nominal interest rate. What is the nominal interest rate? The nominal interest rate is the rate that you purchased that bond at, the coupon rate, right? So the coupon rate would be the nominal interest rate, say it's 6%, 8%, whatever it is, right? To find the real interest rate, you take the expected inflation and you take that you take it away from the coupon rate. So in this example, the nominal interest rate is the coupon rate is 7%. You take away the expected inflation rate of 3%, then the actual real interest rate is 4%. And this happens because inflation takes away from what you're going to earn. So if prices increase by 3%, you're not really earning that full 7%. Take it like this. Say I gave you $100, right? And you're going to give me back, and there's an item that I want to buy that costs exactly $100. So I give you that $100, you go and buy that item. A year later, you give me back my $100, right? And you pay me $7. But let's say I want to buy that same item. So you gave me $107. I go to purchase that, and I find out that the item now costs $100. I really didn't make $7. I really only made $4 because the same money that I had before could have purchased this at $100, right? And now I have to pay $3 extra. So I lose out on that interest because now costs went up because of inflation. Some of the key takeaways that you need to have: coupon payments. Understand what a coupon payment is: bond value floor, zero coupons, money market, and then real interest rates. Learn these things, go over them, and you should do very well on the quiz. If you have any questions or anything about the chapter 2 or anything else about that, make sure you're paying attention to what chapter 2 is telling you. Some of those questions will be on the exam, on the midterm exam. So make sure that you're paying attention to that. And I will bring them up also for the review. I hope you have a great week. I hope you're learning something in the course so far. If you have any questions or concerns, don't be afraid to reach out and let me know. And I will definitely try to help you understand things better and answer your questions or your concerns.